Hi, everyone. Here's a practice for you that's just a quick little 15 or 20-minute practice that you can do anytime, especially first thing in the morning or anytime you're short on time, you want to get a little yoga in. So welcome to class. Let's start at the top of our mat. So you'll stand tall here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Your heels pressing down, the balls of your feet pressing down, the crown of your head lifting up. Your tailbone reaching down towards the earth, your shoulders relaxed here. And on an inhale, reach both arms nice and high, stretch tall. Exhale, take a nice slow forward fold. You can bend the knees here. Inhale, rise halfway to a flat back, hands to the legs, your shoulders move away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise, reach all the way up for the sky. And on your exhale, cactus into your arms here. Find a gentle back bend. Your hips can press forward. Your heart lifts up. Inhale, sweep both arms high. Exhale, a nice slow forward fold again. Inhaling, rising halfway, hands to your shins, shoulders away from your ears. Libby's joining us. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise and reach all the way up towards the sky. This time, clasp your hands at the top, flip your palms up towards the sky, but try to hug your low ribs in. Take an inhale, pressing up. And on your exhale, take a side bend to your right. Let your hips jut to the side and reach way over there. And then inhale again, press your palms up. And exhale, side bend to your left here. Inhaling, growing tall. Again, release the clasp of your hands. Exhale, a nice slow forward fold. Inhaling, rising halfway to your flat back. Exhale, plant your hands down and step your right foot back for a low lunge. Your left knee is just about stacked over your ankle. You might need to scoot your right toes back a little bit further. You're up high onto the fingertips. On an inhale, your heart draws forward here. Plant down into your right hand and exhale, twist to your left. Left arm nice and high. Take a big circle here in one direction with that arm. And then a big circle in the other direction. Keep your right leg really strong and firm. Take one more inhale here. Really open up towards the sky. You can press that left arm past vertical. And exhale, left hand comes down, right knee lowers down to your mat. Inhale, arms sweep up and back for low crescent lunge. On your exhale, cactus into your arms again, broaden across your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine here. Inhale, sweep both arms high. Exhale, float your hands down. Now we'll move our hips to the back of the mat, straightening the left knee. Let your left toes rise off the mat. Your left leg gets long. Bring your fingertips wherever they support you best. On an inhale, your heart draws forward here. As you exhale, fold down towards your leg. You can let your forehead drop down. Inhaling, stepping forward into your front foot, plant your hands to frame your foot and step it back for a high plank pose. Your heels press back, the crown of your head draws forward. Press the floor away with your hands. Take one more inhale. And on your exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes, and slowly with control, lower all the way down to your belly. Really nice, taking your time. Inhaling, lifting up just to a low cobra pose. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your hands just an inch or so off the mat. You're hovering your arms here. You're pressing down into your pelvis. On an inhale, reach both arms straight forward, hovering your palms over the mat. And exhale, hug your elbows back towards your rib cage. One more time, inhale, reach both arms straight forward. And exhale, elbows hug back towards you, shoulder blades hug towards your spine. Plant your hands down beneath your shoulders. Inhaling, lifting up to a little bit higher of a cobra pose now. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can pass through a tabletop pose to get there, or just find your way straight there. Your hips are moving up and back. You can pedal out the legs here. So bend your right knee and press your left heel down. Stretch through the calf there. Try to continue to press evenly through both hands. And then we'll switch sides, bending your left knee deeply and pressing your right heel down. And breathe. And then straighten both legs. Take an inhale here. Lift your hips up and back. On your exhale, bend both knees deeply. Let your shin bones hover over the mat. And then slowly straightening the knees again, coming back to down dog. Again, bend both knees slowly with control so your knees almost tap the floor, but not quite. Hips go way back. And then slowly straightening the knees again. Take a deep inhale in your down dog. Exhale, bend both knees all the way down. This time, let them come to your mat. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Let your toes touch in the center and sit your hips down and back, child's pose. Fingertips reach forward, tailbone stretching back. And breathe. You can let your heart sink down towards your mat here. And on your next breath, slowly come back up into your tabletop pose and then downward facing dog. On an inhale, float your right leg high. Bend your right knee, open and stack through the hips. You can circle the right knee in the sky a couple of times. Take one more inhale here. Try to press evenly through both hands. And exhale, level off your hips, draw knee to nose, rounding your back. Inhale, right leg floats up and back. Exhale, right foot steps through to the top of your mat. Find your low lunge. On an inhale, your heart draws forward here. Exhale, left foot steps forward, forward fold. Soften through your knees. Let your head and neck go. In fact, let's clasp our hands on the backs of our heads. So our thumbs are kind of on that ridge at the base of the skull. And just let the head hang down. You can bend your knees as much as needed here and feel a little release through the neck. If it feels good to sway side to side here, you can do that. And then bring your fingertips back down to the mat. Inhale, rise halfway to your flat back, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, cactus your arms, find that standing back bend. You'll feel your core engage here. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, sit down into a chair pose this time. Your weight comes into your heels. Your heart is a little bit lifted. Your tailbone is reaching downward. Take one more inhale in chair pose. Let your legs wake up. And exhale, fold down. Step your left foot, that big step back for low lunge on this side. Take an inhale here. Your heart draws forward. Your spine is long. You can scoot those left toes back if you need to. Plant down into your left hand and exhale, twist to the right. Right arm nice and high. And then take that great big circle with the arm in one direction and a big circle in the other. Your left quads are super engaged here. Then take one more inhale. Reach that right arm back in space so you're opening up even more towards the sky. And on your exhale, right hand comes down, left knee lowers down. And inhale, arm sweep up and back, low crescent lunge. This time on our exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. And inhale, reach the knuckles down and back as you lift your heart and lift your gaze. You're broadening across your chest here. You're rolling the shoulders back. You could even play with lifting the arms even higher up and back behind you. See if that stretches your shoulders a little bit more. Take one more inhale here. And on your exhale, release that. Bring your fingertips down to your mat and move your hips to the back of the mat, finding that half Hanuman or half split Pose on this side. Your right toes curl towards your nose. Your right leg is straight. You'll take an inhale, draw your heart forward over your leg. And on your exhale, fold down over the leg, letting that forehead drop down. Feel that length through the back of the leg. Inhaling, stepping forward, coming back into your low lunge here. And step it back, high plank pose. Take an inhale in high plank, the whole front body engaged. Exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes. This time, a knees down chaturanga. So tuck your tailbone a little bit and lower yourself just halfway down. Elbows hug the ribs. See if you can pause and hover here. Inhale, lift your heart, pelvis comes down, shoulders roll back, cobra pose. Exhale, you can move through tabletop pose and downward facing dog. Pausing here for a couple rounds of breath. Get long, feel length through your side body. Feel that lift right at your hip creases. And on your next inhale, flip your left leg high. Bend your knee, open and stack the hips, and take some big circles in the sky with that left knee. Movement into your hip joint, your arms and shoulders are strong. One more inhale. Exhale, level off your hips, draw knee to nose. Inhale, left leg floats up and back. Exhale, step left foot through to the top of your mat, find your low lunge. Inhaling, your heart draws forward here. Exhale, right foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise and reach all the way up. Exhale, cactus your arms, finding that back bend. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, sit down into chair pose. Go a little bit lower this time. And on your next inhale, rise up, lift your right knee, coming into a standing balance here. We'll just pause for a moment. Take one more inhale here, press down into your left foot. And on your exhale, hands come to your heart. You'll start to lean really far forward and press your right foot straight back, coming right into a warrior three here, just for a moment. Flex your right foot, the crown of your head draws forward, and then slowly bend that left knee, step your right foot all the way back for a high crescent lunge. When you're ready, reach your arms high. You might need to take your left foot a little wider. Just heel toe it to the left to create that wider, more stable base. Take an inhale here in high crescent, reach up. And on your exhale, a twist to the left. Left arm back and right arm forward. Beautiful. Really rotate to the left. Reach from fingertip to fingertip. And on an inhale, right arm high and left hand down. Exalted warrior. That left hand can come to that back thigh. One more inhale here, reach up and back. And on your exhale, come around to warrior two. Beautiful. You'll kind of move your feet around to find that placement that feels right for you. Make sure your spine is nice and vertical, but left knee bent, a little softness in your shoulders, your gaze right over your left fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior, right hand down and left arm high. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down to frame your foot and step it back, high plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, either a knees down chaturanga, full chaturanga, maybe go straight to your belly. Inhale, find your back bend. This can be cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll go right into it. Inhale, right leg floats up. Bend your knee, open and stack the hips. For this round, squeeze your right heel towards your hips really firmly. Feel that length of your right quads and hip flexors. Take one more inhale right here. You're pressing evenly into both hands. Exhale, level off your hips, draw right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, right leg floats high. Exhale, right foot steps through to the top of your mat for low lunge. Take an inhale, your heart draws forward here. Exhale, left foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, sit down into your chair pose. And again, we're going really low here. Bend the knees, sink your hips. Pause here. And on an inhale, lift your left knee up for a standing balance. Get tall. Lift up through the crown of your head. Press down into the right foot. Your right glutes are firing off. One more inhale right here. And on your exhale, hands come to your heart. Start to lean really far forward as you press that left foot straight back, heading slowly into a warrior three. Work to keep your hips level. All 5 toes of the left foot point down. One more inhale here. Exhale, that careful, slow step back into high crescent. Arms can rise. Right foot could go a little wider if that feels better and more stable. Take a deep inhale, your arms reach up. Exhale, we'll twist to the right. Right arm back and left arm forward. You're expanding across your chest and through both arms. You're rotating right rib cage back towards the right hand. On an inhale, left arm high and right hand down. Exalted warrior will stay here. Bend your right knee a little deeper. Inhale, reach your left arm up and back a little bit more. And on your exhale, cartwheel all the way around or swivel around, warrior two, bending that knee, organizing your body into this familiar shape. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm high and left hand down. Exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down to frame your foot and step it back for high plank pose. Inhaling in high plank. Exhale, take your flow. You can go to the knees, you can take a full chaturanga. Inhale, lifting your heart for a back bend here. Exhale, downward facing dog. And again, we'll go right into it. Inhale, left leg floats up. Bend your knee, open and stack through the hips. Hug your heel really firmly towards your hips. You'll engage your hamstrings by doing this and lengthen your left hip flexors and quads. One more inhale here. Exhale, level off your hips, draw left knee to left elbow. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot steps through to the top of your mat, low lunge. Inhale, your heart draws forward here. Exhale, right foot steps forward, forward fold. You can heel toe your feet a little closer together. Clasp your hands behind your back and let your arms float up and away from the back. Head dangles down, knees are softly bent. You can bring your belly all the way to thighs, letting your arms kind of hover overhead. You're getting a nice stretch through your shoulders. And then slowly bring your fingertips back down to your mat. Inhale, come up halfway to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up for the sky. Exhale, sit down into your chair pose. This time I'll just get really low. Keep going down, down, down. Can you go lower? And can you finally come to sit gently on your mat? Take your time. Yeah. And then just get yourself somewhere in the middle of your mat. We'll reach our arms forward. We'll lean back a little bit and lift the legs into a boat pose. So shins, so about parallel to the mat, or maybe you can let them lift higher or somewhere in the middle, or Building some strength in our core here. Take one more inhale in your boat pose. And on your exhale, lower your feet down and lower yourself all the way down onto your back. Take your time. You'll lower down 1 more inch and pause. And you'll lower down another inch. See if you can hold there. Maybe start to shake. Maybe step your feet out away from you a little bit more. Maybe 1 more inch down. Hold and hover. And then finally, slowly bring yourself all the way down. Let your shoulder blades flatten down into your mat. Hug your right knee into your chest. Let your left leg go nice and long. And we'll go into a supine twist here. Right arm reaches out to the right. Left hand guides your knee to the left. Your gaze rolls to the right. And breathe. Try to soften everywhere that you can soften. Enjoy this twist through your middle back and this stretch through the outer right hip. And then slowly drawing back to center. Let's take a figure 4 stretch here. So now right ankle is to left knee. You can reach for that left thigh, the back of it, and hug the left knee into your chest. And breathe. And slowly uncross this. Extend your right leg long into your mat. Hug your left knee into your chest, giving it a nice squeeze. And then going into your supine twist on this side. Right hand guides the knee to the right. Left arm reaches off to the left. Your gaze goes to the left. Let that left shoulder blade stay down and connected to your mat. And breathe. And then slowly roll back onto your back. We'll take our figure 4 stretch on this side, left ankle to right knee, top of the right knee. Hug the right knee in. You can flex your left foot a little bit. Try to relax your shoulders, hugging that left knee in to as much intensity as you want here. You're in control of the intensity in that left hip. So this can be more firm. You can ease back a little bit and breathe. And then slowly uncross here. We'll do 1 more stretch before we cool down. Place your feet on your mat. Your feet are as wide as your mat. You can bring your arms out in that cactus shape again. And let your knees slowly fall to the right as you take your gaze to the left. And then your knees draw back to center. And knees fall slowly to the left as you take your gaze over to the right. Knees come back to center and on over to your right. Knees come back to center and on over to your left. 1 last time. Knees go to the right. And knees slowly come to your left. And then drawing your knees back to center, you can hug them into your chest. We'll take a happy baby pose here, reaching for the edges of your feet. Your knees go nice and wide. You're kind of hugging the knees down towards your mat, just outside your rib cage. If it feels good here to rock side to side, you can do that. If it feels good here to press into the bottoms of your feet with the pads of your fingers, giving a little self-massage, you can try that. Wake up those feet. Let this feel good. And on your next breath, you'll hug your knees to your chest 1 last time. Let your legs lengthen out long onto your mat. Reach your arms up and overhead for a final full body stretch. Take a deep inhale to get nice and long here. And exhale, release. Bring your arms back down alongside you. You can lay them down. Pause here for a moment and just be. Shoulders are soft. Muscles around your eyes and jaw are relaxed. Breathing in and out. And on your next breath, you'll start to bend your knees and slowly roll your way onto one side. Use one arm as a cradle for your head in your comfortable side lying position. And as you feel ready, gently press yourself up to your comfortable cross-legged seat and bring your hands together in front of your hearts and lower your chins. It's been a pleasure guiding you through your practice today. May you be happy. May you be free. May you be loved. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.